Hello, welcome back to play a new game that we haven't played before. It's called Horrified. I don't know if you ever heard of it. If you don't know the rules to this game, don't worry. We're gonna go through the rules together. Um, yeah, and there's three versions of this game. This is I have the first one, the Universal Monster one. Then there is the American Monsters one, and recently came out the Greek Monsters one. Um, I like this one. The American Monsters, I don't like it too much. I think the Greek Monster might be fun more than the American Monsters. But yeah, we're gonna see how this works, and they work very, very similarly. The monsters are just different, and the characters are different. So you learn one, pretty much learn all of them. Now we're gonna play a game of 3 characters against 3 monsters, and then we're gonna play another game of 3 characters against 3 monsters at some other point. The monsters are divided in 3 difficulties. Easy are Dracula and the Invisible Man. Medium are the Wolfman and the creature from the Black Lagoon. And the difficult are the Mummy and Frankenstein and the Bride. So we're gonna play one easy, one medium, and one difficult, and see where that lands. And then we're gonna play with 3 of the 6 characters, chosen at random. So let's start choosing the enemies, the monsters. Um, am I delayed? A little bit. Sorry. Equipment is not greatest. I tried to buy another cam to do the overhead whatever view to make it look better or whatever. It was bad. It was bad. I need to return it still, but I tried and it was worse than my phone, so I don't know what to do, guys. So we have dice in this game. We have a die with this boom symbol, with star symbol on 3 faces, and then there is 2 blanks and one exclamation mark. So let's say that if we have a boom, we play with Dracula. If we don't have it, we play with Invisible Man. So Dracula is our first monster. Bye, Invisible Man. See you soon. Same reasoning. Wolfman if we have a boom. Creature from the Black Lagoon if we don't. You don't see the names, do you? I mean, there's the writings there. Horrified. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got exclamation mark. So we're gonna play with the creature from the Black Lagoon, which is basically Dracula and the creature from the Black Lagoon are the ones that are suggested for the first game. Theoretically, when you play with 2 monsters, it's first game. 3 monsters is standard. 4 monsters is hard, but it really depends on the players. The game really changes difficulty based on the player count. If you're a lot of players, then it's gonna be way harder than if you're 2 players. I'm gonna play with 3 players right now. I should be fairly doable, but I don't want to say it should be fairly doable because then we lose. So I don't know. But in general, that's how it works. Okay, again, boom symbol, Mummy, non-boom symbol, Frankenstein and the Bride. And we have a non-boom symbol, so Frankenstein and the Bride. Can I say these are the ones that I like the most? And the other 3, like the Mummy, I'm absolutely bad. The Wolfman, I'm not impressed. Invisible Man, I don't know. Dracula is more fun. So we're gonna play with these 3 monsters. I'm gonna set up the game and come back. So see you soon. That's not true. We haven't chosen the characters. So I have these player boards, these characters boards, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's do that. Today we play with 3 players, and then next time we play with 4 because it's gonna be a little bit harder with 4. So let's do an easier difficulty this time. So we're gonna play with the professor. we're gonna play with the archaeologist, and we're gonna play with the explorer. So we keep the other four for next time. Now I'm gonna set up and see you soon. With a little bit of magic, the setup is done. So a lot of stuff happened on the board. Here we can see the characters that we're gonna play with. Let's look at them and look at their powers. So the first one is the professor. He has 4 actions per turn. He can take, as a special action, he can move any hero or villager 1 space. Hero is these 3 characters. I call them characters, but they're called heroes. And villagers, we're gonna see them a little bit later. He's gonna start at the hospital, and here is the hospital, here at the bottom. So that's the purple guy, our professor. We have the explorer, which is green, so there's a little bit of green screen here. She only has 3 actions, but because their special action is to place your hero in any no water space, so she can teleport wherever she wants. She starts at the camp, which is up here. And I think her ability is the most powerful one, and that's why she only has 3 actions. Then we have the archaeologist, which as a special action has to pick up items from an adjacent space, and he starts at the docks, and he has 4 actions per turn, and this is where the archaeologist is. Okay, so these are the 3 characters. We're gonna see a little bit better what all of these things mean. Our enemies are Frankenstein and the Bride, Dracula, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Okay, so to defeat an enemy, to defeat a monster, you need to take 2 kind of actions. The first one, I can show you here in the creature of the Black Lagoon, is called Advance, and then there is the defeat action, which is the second one that you need to take. So the first action, you need to take it as many times as it's needed to fulfill what is requested and required by the defeat action. So, example, the creature for the Black Lagoon has a special how does the creature of the Black Lagoon work? Maybe let's start with Dracula. Dracula is a little bit easier. So let's start with Dracula. I'm gonna put this token. I'm gonna explain what that means. So Dracula has 4 coffins in the board: 1 at the cave, 1 at the dungeon, 1 at the graveyard, and 1 at the crypt. Okay. So the advance action says in a space with a coffin. So with 1 of these, any hero can spend red items for a strength of 6+. To smash the coffin and place the smashed coffin on the matching spot below. So basically you smash the coffin and then you take it off the board and put it on this board here. Okay. The items have a specific strength. So as you can see, this has a strength 3. So you need to spend items of at least 6 strength in total to destroy a coffin when you're in a space with a coffin. Each hero can do that, but the hero needs to have the items. After you destroyed all the coffin, then you can take the defeat action, which is in Dracula space, use items, yellow items with a strength of 6 or more to defeat him. Once the monster is defeated, he goes away, is off the board, is not a problem anymore. Okay? How does the creature from the Black Lagoon work? Basically, the advance action means that you spend whichever type of he's starting on a black X here. You can spend an item of whichever color you want, and then you advance the boat to the next X of that color. So if I spend a blue item right now, I would move the boat here. If I spend a red item when starting here, I move it here to the red one, and so on. And then basically once you reach the layer, which is down here, so after you crossed all of this path. Sorry, there's my hand there, but once you reach the layer, you need to go to the creature space, and then you need to use a yellow item, a red item, and a blue item to defeat him. Okay? They're pretty easy. The Frankenstein and the Bride, how do they work? So the advanced action works like that. In Frankenstein space, you can spend yellow items, whichever cost. Or in the Bride space, you can spend blue items, whichever cost, and then increase the monster humanity by the item's strength, and move the monster that many spaces. Okay. So the humanity level is this captured by the dials. Frankenstein needs to reach a humanity level of 11. The Bride needs to reach a humanity level of 8. And after they both reach the humanity level, and they become human. They're still monsters. They still attack you. They still work as normal, but they become human, and this means that they can be defeated. So once they both, if both dials, the defeat action is if both dials show the monster faces, they are defeated. What does it mean? Oh, sorry. You need to make them meet. Okay. After they both reached the human form, you need to make them meet. The Bride is here. Frankenstein is here. Once they meet and they become human, they fall in love. The magic is broken, and they live happily ever after, and they get off the board. They don't attack you anymore. If they meet while they are still in monster's form, on the other hand, they will increase the terror level. Okay, this is the terror level, and it increases whenever one hero is defeated, whenever one villager is defeated, or whenever Frankenstein and Bride meet. If you reach terror level of the skull, you lose the game. And another way that you can lose the game is if we finish a deck of monster cards. This is the deck of monster cards. Each turn we have a monster turn. So after each hero turn, we have a monster turn. So that's how it works. So there's two ways to lose: increase the terror level to the end and finish the deck of monster cards. One way to win: defeat all monsters. Okay. I did the setup. The setup I can show you. Monster setup is just doing the setup of each monster. Behind each monster mat, there's the setup for all the monsters, so you can easily follow that. It's very easy. It just tells you where to place the monsters and how to set up their boards, which I already did. And that's pretty much it. This is a frenzy marker, this little flame, which means that monster is gonna activate during the monster turn more often than all the other monsters. So it's a little bit more dangerous. You need to be a little bit more careful around it because it attacks more. And I placed it on Dracula because he has the frenzy level 1, so he has the lowest frenzy level. So that's the parameter to decide who to assign the frenzy token to. For the player setup, I just gave a perk card to each of them. I placed them here because it doesn't really matter who has the perk card. Anybody can use the perk cards during any hero phase at any time, so it doesn't really matter who has what. And so I placed them here because I didn't know where to place them otherwise, honestly. And I dealt 12 items on the board, which are a little bit scattered, which I don't really like because you want to pick up them easily. Okay. There's a token bag where we take the tokens from. I'm gonna show you later. What do the perk cards do? I have 2 of these, which is the current player takes 2 additional actions. This is the same. And then I have this card. There's 1 for each monster. Choose 1. Place the mummy in any space, but we don't have the mummy. So you can move any monster 3 spaces. So you can basically move a monster. Pretty easy. Okay, so how does the turn round work? We have first the hero phase and then the monster phase. As simple as that. So during the hero phase, we're gonna start with the professor because I just placed him here, so why not? Another thing, you can move, everybody can move in any like non-water space except the creature. The creature is the only person, monster, whatever, character that can use the water connections. All the others can't, so the water is just there for the creature in the whole game, which I don't really understand, but so during the hero phase, each hero can move to an adjacent space, taking any number of villagers with you. We don't have villagers on the board, they're gonna come up, but guide one villager to or from an adjacent space. So it's if a villager is in an adjacent space, you can move it, attract it to you, or if you wanna just move a villager in an adjacent space, you can just move him without having to move with him. You can pick up any number of items in your space. You usually pick up all of the items. You can share items between heroes in your space. If there's like 3 characters in the same space, they can all share items. So that's also an option. And then you can do advance, which is the first action that you need to take to defeat the monster. So the first type of action is called advance. The second action, which is the one that kills the monster, usually is called defeat. And then each one can do the special actions. And that's it. That's pretty easy. So we're starting with the purple player, with the professor, with the purple hero. So the good thing about the purple guy is that he can move other people, villagers and or heroes, not monsters. I think that he's not in a great spot. He has 4 actions, so I think what we're gonna do is that 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is gonna pick up these items here. The items are good, we're gonna see, but they're also good for defense. And this is the hero action done, and he's just gonna draw a monster card at the end of his turn and see what happens. And this is about the monster phase. So monster phase, we drew this card. So the first thing we do is drawing 2 items from the bag, from the items bag, and placing it on the board. So we have drawn the rifle that goes in the barn and the knives that go to the docks. So knife in the docks, rifle in the barn. Then you have a text that you need to resolve. This text is specifically targeting the invisible man. We don't have the invisible man. Place the invisible man, blah blah blah. We don't have the invisible man, so we just skip that part of the card. And then you move first the mummy. We don't have the mummy, so we're gonna move the creature of the black of the blue lagoon. Is it blue lagoon? Black lagoon. He's gonna move 1 step. So he's gonna move 1 step towards the closest hero. Since all heroes are equidistant from him, like the closest are equidistant from him, he's just gonna move. I actually can choose where he moves. So I'm actually gonna make him move here. No, here. Because next time it's gonna be Green's turn, so she's gonna move away. And this means that he would attack with 3 dice. Since he's not in a spot with any hero, he doesn't attack. And then it's Frankenstein's turn. This is Frankenstein's symbol. He's gonna move 1 towards the closest. Does he move towards the closest hero? Let's check, because I don't wanna make mistakes about Frankenstein Bride. So let's take up the Oh yeah, it's just the power symbol that will make the bride move towards Frankenstein. All the other moves are normal. Okay. So yeah, they move like normal monsters towards the closest hero. Um, I mean, he was in the graveyard, so it just moves out of the graveyard, and that's it. So this was the first move of the game, first turn of the game. Now it's the explorer's turn. What is she going to do? So I feel like what I want to focus on is Frankenstein and the Bride first, rather than going for the others. I would say my priority would be Frankenstein and the Bride, Dracula, Creature of the Black Lagoon. I forgot to say, for the Creature of the Black Lagoon, we have this overlay because you can only spend items in that spot. You cannot spend those you got me. You cannot spend items in any other spot, basically. I think I'm gonna let her teleport here, where there's like 2 powerful red items, and they're good to smash coffins, and take these 2 items with her. And then she can, where is she gonna teleport? I think she can teleport at the Institute to take these two blue items next. And that's gonna be her turn. She did 3 moves. Teleport, take, teleport again. And now it's the monster's turn. We see our first villager. 3 items out of the bag. So 1, 2, 3. So we have the fossil at the camp. It's blue and it has a 3 strength. Kite at the tower, 1 strength and blue, and 2 at the and the analysis at the institute with a strength of 2. Then we have place Fritz at the tower. Fritz is one of the villagers. We place him at the tower. Ay, that's not great. I think Fritz is gonna die immediately. Because villagers don't have a way to defend. Heroes have a way to defend. This is the tower. Fritz is there. So I think Fritz might die super soon because the bride is gonna attack him. Let's see. The first monster to activate is Frankenstein. Frankenstein is gonna move 1 location towards the nearest hero. He doesn't reach any, so he doesn't attack. The bride is gonna move 1 location towards the closest hero or villager. And so she reaches, you can't see that. So the bride was here, she reaches Fritz's location, and she's gonna attack with 2 dice. Let's see what it does. Let's see if she kills Fritz. Oh well. Fritz was the target of this attack. She deals 2 hits to Fritz. Even 1 hit are enough to kill Fritz. So poor Fritz is gone. He just arrived and he's already gone. So we advanced the terror level ones. And that's pretty much it for the bride's turn. And now it's the frenzied monster's turn. Do you see? The frenzied monster is Dracula, so Dracula is gonna move 1. You can see him here. He's gonna move in the abbey and he's not gonna attack anybody. So Fritz made a short appearance on our board. He's gone forever. And it's our archaeologist's turn. Which is good, because he can work a little bit on the bride, I think. He could, so I think his turn would be to take the knife in docks as first action. Second action would be to move in the tower. Third action would be to move to take these 2 items. The nebularium and the kite. And then his 4th action will be to spend the nebularium to work on the bride becoming human. So the bride, we're gonna spend an item that is 3 strength to make the bride level 3 of humanity. These dials are a little bit tricky. I also have a lot of, okay. And we can move the bride up to 3 locations away. So where do we want to move her? In the inn? 1, 2, 3. Let's move her there. We want her far away from Frankenstein, but I think that we don't want them close to our archaeologist, so that's as good as we can do right now. So the archaeologist's turn is over. I don't think you can see the items of the archaeologist. Maybe I should place myself. Wait, let me move myself. I just moved on the creatures board, covering a blue X. That's pretty much it. So now it's the monster's turn. 2 items on the board. We're having the mirrored box at the mansion and the charm at the camp. Charm has a strength of 4. The other one has a strength of 3. Oh, this is all green. Then we have the meeting. Move the bride 2 spaces towards Frankenstein. This is not good. This is not good at all. Then we activate the creature of the blue lagoon, Black Lagoon. The creature is gonna move 2 spaces towards the nearest hero. So the nearest hero now, it's the professor. So I guess 1. Let's do 1, 2. Let's move it here. And then we this is the Wolfman, we don't have it. The Invisible Man, we don't have it. So monster turn is done, and now it's back to the professor, which is good news, really, because we need to move Frankenstein and the bride away, and then we also need to run away from all these monsters. So what the professor is going to do is to pick up this item as his first action. Second action will be to move in with Frankenstein. Third action will be to spend one of his yellow items, which is the one that he just picked up, discarding it and moving humanity level of Frankenstein from 0 to 3, and then moving Frankenstein 3 locations away. So he will be, I guess, 1, 2, 3. We're moving Frankenstein with our explorer. Is that a smart move? Or should we move him in the graveyard and the hospital? Let's move him at the hospital, I guess. Yes. So we're only moving Frankenstein 2 locations away. And he still has 1 move. And the move is going to be to go to the shop, I guess. So it can be, yeah, he's gonna move to the shop, I think. I don't want to move him in the museum because he might get like too close to monsters somehow. So yeah. Okay, this was our professor's turn. So monster turn. 2 items from the bag. The text refers to the Wolfman, so we don't care about that. The 2 items are gonna be at the inn, a red 2 item, and at the mansion, a red 3 item. So the text is about the Wolfman, we don't care. And then we're gonna do the creature of the blue lagoon moves 1 location towards the closest hero, so I guess to the mansion. Dracula is gonna move 1 location away through the closest enemy, to the closest hero, and then the frenzied monster, which is Dracula again, moves 1 location towards the closest hero, so towards the professor. No one still attacks. We're we're doing good at avoiding attacks so far, so that's something. Now, the Explorer. The Explorer can pick up these 3 items, 1, 2, 3, as first action. So the second action could be to move to the bride's spot and activate, and the third action would be to humanize the bride with 2 more items spent on the bride. So now the bride is at level 5 of being human, and we move the bride 2 locations away, so we move her to the cave. And that's her turn. Monster turn. 0 items. Place Dracula in the crypt. Good. Go back where you came from. And Invisible Man, Frankenstein moves once, so in the church, and Dracula moves once, so in the abbey. That went well. Okay, it's the archaeologist's turn. Couldn't remember the name. So I mean, the archaeologist can't really do super much at the moment. So I think he's just gonna make his way to 1, 2, 3, and 4, because the archaeologist can pick up items from adjacent spaces, so it's gonna take from the inn and from the precinct, and that's it for him. So we're done. Monster turn. 3 items. Place Lucy at the theater. So let's start with the 3 items, and then we have a new villager. She's protected, that's good enough. So 1, 2, 3. So we have laboratory, a blue item level 3, a docks strength 3, docks red item strength 3, and mansion blue item strength 2. I need to remember to move this here. We place finding these villagers is every time a pain. Got Lucy at the theater. So how do the villagers work? Because I didn't explain that. So Lucy starts at the theater, but she has a safe location at the mansion. Whenever you guide or bring a villager to its safe location, they come away, they go away from the board, and you can draw a new perk card, which are these white cards that you have here. So she starts at the theater. Then Dracula moves once. Moves 2. So Dracula's gonna be in the spot with Explorer, and then attack. This is the first attack that we're gonna see, and we're gonna roll. This is the second attack, but the first against the hero. So he's gonna roll 1 die, 1 single die. It's blank, so that's good. But now the frenzy monster is gonna activate. The frenzy monster is Dracula, so he's gonna attack again with 1 single die. And it's another blank. Tough luck for our Dracula, who can't attack our Explorer. And now it is the Professor's turn. So what is the Professor's going to do? For once, we have a little bit of, I don't know, an unknown kind of turn. He could spend all his 4 moves to move the Lucy to the mansion and get a perk card. Should he do that? I think he could do that. Because, I don't know, the archaeology is actually like going to attract ones. Move, guide, maybe go there. No, I think he's gonna move 1, 2, 3. It's only 3 actions. So 1, 2, 3 actions, and Lucy goes off the board, and we draw a new perk card. The new card we get is a hero may give any number of items to one other hero, no matter where they are. And the professor still has one more action, which is going to be to move the explorer away from Dracula. And then the second, and then he's gonna spend one of the perk card to get 2 additional actions. And the additional actions will be to get this and move here into the laboratory. So I don't know if this is smart, but I don't know what's smart right now. So Professor's turn is over. We have a new monster turn. 0 items. Place the creature at the river. Here. Wolfman, we don't have it. Bride moves once. So she moves to the camp. And Dracula moves once, because it's the frenzied monster, and he attacks with 3 dice. Okay, now he's gonna attack the archaeologist, I think. Or no? Should he attack the archaeologist or... maybe the explorer. Maybe the explorer, because the explorer can move away next turn. The archaeologist needs to survive. So he's gonna attack the explorer with 3 dice. So let's see. So we have 2 hits. When a character suffers hits, they can discard 1 item per each hit to shield it, kind of, okay? So the explorer is gonna spend these 2 blue items to shield both the hits got from the Dracula and not die, because 1 hit is enough to kill them. Okay, so now it's the explorer's turn. Should the explorer start smashing some coffins? I think, yeah. She doesn't have a crazy amount of items, but we could do 1 to the cave, spend this rifle to smash the first coffin, the cave coffin. Bam, destroyed, because the rifle has a strength of 6. And then the second movement will be to the dungeon. Sure, to the dungeon. So move, smash, move. That's the explorer's turn. So now it's yeah, it's up to us again, to the monster again. Okay, 3 items. So 1, 2, 3. So we get a red 5 at the theater, a blue 4 at the museum, and a yellow 2. Let's say a blue 4, a yellow 4, and a yellow 2 at the church. Then move the frenzy marker to the next monster. So now Frankenstein and the bride are frenzied, so are even more scarier than they look, because this was 1, this is 3, and this is 4 as a frenzied order, so it goes to them. And then Move each villager one space towards their safe location. There's no villagers, so done. We need to move the frenzied monster three times. So Frankenstein moves 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3. He moves 3 times towards the professor. So now the professor is being attacked by Frankenstein. 2 dice. The first one is a hit. The second one is a hit. So poor professor gets hit twice by Frankenstein. I think he's gonna discard the red items so he can keep the yellow one to maybe humanize Frankenstein a little bit. And that's it. We discard this card. And now it is, whose turn is it? The archaeologist. The archaeologist's turn. I think the archaeologist should try to humanize the bride. So 1, 2, pick up all these items as a third action. And then our fourth action would be to spend the blue 3 item to humanize the bride 3 times. So this is the last action of the archaeologist. So 1, 2, 3. The bride is human now. 1, 2, 3. She's at the inn. So now the bride is human. We just need to make Frankenstein human. And I guess what we want to do is to use this card to give a hero each number of items, no matter where they are, any number of items, no matter where they are, so that we can give our professor some yellow items to humanize our Frankenstein. We have a 4, we have a 3, so we're gonna give these 2 to our professor. He's at 3, he needs to go to 11, so he needs 8. So we're gonna have to spend, we don't have another 4, do we? No, we don't. So he's also gonna get this red, maybe the blue, maybe all the yellows and the blue. Let's do it like this. Because if he gets attacked, at least he can. No, but he has, I think, because we also want to start working on this boat, right? So we want to give, we also want to keep a yellow. Because let's think about this. We want a blue, a yellow, a yellow, a blue, a yellow, and a yellow. But I think we want to humanize Frankenstein. That's priority. So we could work on the reds. A blue and a yellow we want to keep. Then, so I think we're gonna give 2 reds to, and then we see. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. Maybe we can do the creature later, honestly. We don't need to do the creature now. We think about the creature later. Whatever. So it is, we played with the archaeologist, so it is monster's turn. 0 items, mummy action, so we don't care. Wolfman, Dracula. We have Dracula. Dracula moves once towards the closest hero, so I guess here. And then Invisible Man, so nothing more. Easy turn. Now it is the professor's turn. The professor is gonna humanize Frankenstein. So he's gonna spend a 3 item, a 3 item, and a 4 item to humanize Frankenstein up to First the 3, then the 3. So the first 2 items are 6s, are 6 humanization, so it goes to 9, and he needs 2 more. And we're gonna use the 4. And now we're finally gonna move Frankenstein, because it's an optional thing to move the monster. So now we're gonna move Frankenstein 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. And he's humanized too. We could spend one of our per card to move Frankenstein there to the bride's location. Let's do it. Let's spend our power of the ancients to move any monster 3 spaces. So we're gonna move Frankenstein in the bride's location. They fall in love. Oh no, they're green. They fall in love. They meet. They fall in love. They kiss. Oh my god, I finally met you again. Oh, I've missed you so much, my human girl. And I don't know. They go off the board. Ah. Bye. Ah. This was not as effective as I thought. Ah. Bye bye. So now we only have the creature and Dracula. And the frenzy monster moves to a frenzy marker moves to the next monster, which is the creature. And we have 1 perk card. I'm gonna place it here now, because we have, no, maybe not there. We have a little bit more space. Okay. 1 monster down, or 2, depending how we want to consider them. 2 to go. He spent 3 actions. The 4th action would be to pick up these 2 items, because he used all of the items he had. Done. Monster turn. This is at 1. I don't know if you can see. Okay. 3 items, and a new villager comes at the institute. Cool, because it's close to our professor. 1, 2, 3. So 1 item at the camp, 1 item at the barn, 1 item at the laboratory. And then we place Dr. Reed at the institute. Institute boy. He needs to go to the camp. To the camp up there. Wait, did I mess up with Lucy? She needed to go to the mansion and she started the theater. That seems too easy. No? Okay, well, whatever. So now the creature activates twice. God damn it. So she's gonna attack our archaeologist. Yeah. So the creature is gonna move once towards our archaeologist. Then, since he's frenzied, he's also gonna move again, 1, and attack with 2 dice. We never saw the exclamation mark thing. Maybe this is the time. No, 1 hit. But the exclamation mark, like each of them, have a different thing, a different exclamation mark effect. So, for example, for the creature would be to move the boat backwards once. Jokes would be on you, because we haven't moved your boat. For Dracula would be to teleport in the location with the active player. And for the bride and Frankenstein would be to move the bride 3 locations closest to Frankenstein, I think. So 1 hit, we need to discard 1 item. We want the blue, we want the yellow. Discarding the red is kinda tough though. But that's what's going to happen, I think. Bye. Because it's a 6. has these two items? Is it the professor? It is the professor. Okay, the professor has a lot of items. So we did that action. We did, whose turn did we do now? That's why people keep like some activation thingies. Maybe I can keep like an activation guy next to realize to remember. We did the professor's turn, I think, because we killed Frankenstein. So now it's the explorer's turn. Yes. And Dr. Reed is there. Okay, the explorer. What does the explorer do? What will the explorer do? Go to a location with a lot of items. She needs to do the coffins, doesn't she? That's what she needs to do. So I think she will move in the professor's location, trade with him like a couple of red items. No, but that doesn't make too much sense, does it? I think she's gonna move. She was at the dungeon, sorry. So she's gonna move here, pick up this file, and then move to the barn. And that's pretty much it. You're a little bit useless, explorer. Okay, so it's another monster turn. 2 items. It is the docks and the camp. Camp is good. Docks, we don't care too much, but Frankenstein card, move the bride 2 spaces toward Frankenstein, so we don't do anything. So the creature is gonna move twice towards its prey, and then it would be Wolfman and Invisible Man, so whatever. So the creature just attacks with 1 die, the archaeologist. A hit. So the archaeologist is going to discard his yellow item to shield the attack. And that's it. So it is now the archaeologist's turn. He's gonna do 1 to pick up these 2 items. Second action will be to spend a blue item to move the boat once. Third action will be to... He kinda needs to move away from there, doesn't he? Do we care? Not really. We care more about advancing this. So he's gonna spend another yellow item to move there, to move the boat there. And then as a third action, he can actually spend this item to move the boat there. So blue, yellow, yellow. Yes, because if the archaeologist dies, we advance the terror marker, sure, but he goes back to the hospital, so he's gonna automatically be away from the monsters. So I kinda don't care if he dies, right? Monster turn. 2. Oh wow, he's gonna be slaughtered this turn. 2 items, which is red at the inn and blue at the laboratory. In. Then creature moves once and attacks with 2 dice. The target is the archaeologist. The archaeologist is dead. He goes kind of off the board and he's gonna come back next time it's his turn. We advance the terror marker. Then the creature moves... No, sorry, now. Can you focus? Now the Dracula is gonna move once towards the closest one. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So it's gonna move up there, and then the frenzied monster, which is the creature, is gonna move also towards our explorer. Okay. Now it is the professor's turn. What does the professor want to do? Maybe pick up these two items. First action. Second action will be to get Dr. Reed. Third action, fourth action to start moving towards the camp, I guess. And that's all he's gonna do. So now Dracula is gonna move towards the explorer, and the creature is gonna move towards the professor, which it's good enough, I think. It's fine. Yeah, so this was the professor's turn. 3 items, place Renfield at the docks. So we have a yellow 2 at the church, a blue 1 at the institute, and a 2 yellow at the docks. And we're gonna place Renfield at the docks. And he needs to go from the docks to the hospital. So from here, oh, you don't see him. From here to here. Now, Dracula is gonna move twice, 1, 2, and attack our explorer. That's not good because the explorer has 2 5 items. Two hits. I think we're gonna let our explorer die. Because I don't want to give up 2 red items that have a worth of 5. So, dead. The creature is gonna move twice, go together with the professor, and attack with 2 dice. A blank and a hit. So the professor is going to discard one blue item. And that's it for this monster turn. So now it is the explorer's turn. She comes back at the hospital. What will she do? Is she going to... I think she's going to the docks. 1. Pick up all of these items. 1, 2, 3. And then third action would be to move to the dungeon. So maybe Dracula follows her. Okay. So we need to speed up a little bit because the monster deck might be running out. I mean, I think we're halfway. So 0 items, mummy activation, creature, Dracula moves once, and invisible man. So we don't have those. So now it is the archaeologist's turn. He's gonna come back at the hospital. What will he do? Does he need to start going maybe 1, 2? He can pick up a lot of items, but if he does, he's gonna end up in the creature spot. Is that smart? Because the creature is gonna activate a bunch of times. I guess we could. 1, 2. Then he picks up these 3, and 4 he picks up these. So he has 4 yellow items. Could be good to kill Dracula if we ever smash these coffins, because this is infinite. Okay, so that's the archaeologist's turn. 2 items from the bag. The creature moves twice and attacks with 1 die. So we have the item blue at the inn and at the abbey, a blue 3 at the inn, there, and a yellow 3 at the abbey, here. Then we have, yeah, the creature moves twice, but he doesn't need to really move, he just attacks once. Aha, he moves the boat backwards once. This is the special thing that he does. So we were here at the yellow marker, so we move him back to the blue. And now it is the professor's turn. I think the professor should go to finish that at the camp. So 1, 2, 3. Dr. Reed is safe, so Dr. Reed gives us a perk card. The perk card we get is place the invisible man in any space. We don't have the invisible man, so move any monster 3 spaces. And then our professor can start working on moving the boat. So he's gonna spend a red item to move the boat to the next red cross, which is here on a few. If you can see it. Okay. That's his 4th action. And that's his turn. Monster turn. 3 items. Place Dr. Cranley at the laboratory. So 1, 2, 3 items. So at the barn, that's a juicy spot for our explorer. At the abbey and at the tower. Okay. Dr. Cranley at the laboratory, he needs to go to the precinct. So from here to here. We activate the invisible man, we don't have it, and the frenzied monster, which is the creature, and it attacks with 2 dice. A bang, a boom. Can you focus? Hello? A boom and a nothing. So we're just gonna discard a yellow item from the archaeologist to avoid the hit. And now it goes to the explorer. So the explorer will spend, first action will be to spend 2 items, a 5 and a 3, to smash a coffin. So the dungeon coffin is done. Third action can be to, second action can be to move to the barn. Third action could be to pick up these 2 items. 1, 2. And then I think we kind of want to speed up the thing. So I think we want to spend our perk card to give the current player 2 more actions. So she's gonna teleport to the graveyard, I guess, and spend 2 items, 2 red items, a 4 and a 4, the ones that she just picked up, to destroy the graveyard coffin. And that's her turn done. I don't know if we want to move Dracula 3 spaces away, because he's a little bit close to our Renfield. Next turn is gonna be the archaeologist, so that's not gonna change much, is it? Maybe we do that. But where do we move it? We should move him like 1, 2, 3 here. But then they're both gonna attack. Maybe we wait. Maybe we wait. It's the monster turn. See? Great choice. 2 items. Tower and inn. Tower, inn. Place Dracula in the form of the bat. Place Dracula in the space with the current player's hero, so it's at the graveyard. And then we move the mummy, the bride, and the invisible man. So good enough. Now the problem is that the explorer is a little bit in a tricky situation with Dracula, but it's the archaeologist's turn. What does the archaeologist do? Is he gonna help? I know what he's gonna do. I think he's gonna pick up these items and move to the crypt, so the next time the explorer can teleport there, user 5 and history, like trade objects and then smash the coffin. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what's happening here. But now this is very close to the. Should I wait or should I move the creature? 3 locations away. There's a lot of villagers that might die from one moment to the other. That's kind of the issue here. I moved Dracula. 1, 2, 3. I think I moved Dracula. That's what I do with my perk card. Because Dracula can go here, and we want Dracula here because we need to spend yellow items to kill him. So we want Dracula here with the archaeologist. He has a lot of yellow items, and the explorer when he goes, and the creature can go to the explorer and attack the explorer if it reaches her, and then we hope that it doesn't happen. So let's see. Monster card. 0, retreat. Place the creature at the lagoon. Nice. Good. Only the frenzied monster activates, so 1. Where do we want the creature to move? I think we want to move her there. And make her attack the professor. Yes. And that's it. Good. Good. It is the professor's turn now. So he needs 3 blue items to so he could spend 3 blue items to get the ship in the final space. That's totally fine. And I think, but then where is he gonna move? Is he gonna stay there and risk to be killed? Risking to be killed? I guess he will. Let's do that. 1 blue, 2 blue, 3 blue, and we are at the end of the path. So we spend 3 blue items for that. And then our next action would be to actually move someone else. Maybe this guy closer to the hospital. Okay. Monster turn. 2 items. Invisible man action, so nothing happens. I think our professor is going to die. 2 items is tower and institute. Now the problem is if he rolls an exclamation mark. So the creature is gonna move once and attack with 3 dice. So he's gonna move with the professor and 3 hits. So the professor is not gonna shield, he's just gonna go to the hospital straight. And we move the terror marker once. That's kind of good, because I didn't want any exclamation marks, and the professor is probably gonna die, was probably gonna die anyways. 3 blanks would have been better, but I guess that's fine. It is the explorer's turn. The explorer is gonna do exactly what we said before. So move here, 1 action. Second action is to trade objects with the archaeologist. Fourth action would be to smash the last coffin with their red items, which are a 5 and a 3. So the last coffin has been destroyed. Now to defeat the Dracula, we need to use 6+ of yellow items to defeat him, and the archaeologist can definitely do that next turn. Nice, nice, nice. So now it is monster turn. Again, 2 items, and so we have camp and church. Church and camp. And the creature moves once. I think this is the closest path to our heroes. Yes. Sorry, the professor is actually out of the board. And he's not gonna attack anybody. So it is now the archaeologist's turn. The archaeologist is just gonna kill Dracula. So 1, 2, and kill Dracula. So with a 6 of yellow items, I'm gonna use a 4 and a 2 and kill Dracula. Dracula is dead. And then for the fourth action, he's gonna take the last 2 yellow items here. We can move Dracula out. Is he gone? Gone. Now we only have the creature. So in the creature space, we need to spend a yellow, a red, and a blue item to kill the creature. We don't have all of these items, but next time it's the explorer's turn. She can go there and attack the creature, and we're done. So what we need to do is keep the creature away from anybody to be able to move the ship backwards. Which we're not doing great, because this is only like 1, 2, 3 locations away. The archaeologist. Monster turn. 0. Please the creature at the waterfront. Okay. Is he gonna kill our villagers? The waterfront is here. Is he gonna kill the villagers? We'll see. The only one who moves is the frenzied monster. He moves once towards the closest creature. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. He's gonna move here. Sure. So he's not gonna attack anybody. The idea is now that the professor comes back to life at the hospital, and the professor is going to move this guy away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 locations away. Or should we do 1, 2, 3, 4? So they are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would have been 1, 2, 3. It's the same, is it not? Isn't it? But we can do this like this. So this guy moved 1, 2. Was he at the laboratory? Yeah. 1, 2. It was at the laboratory, wasn't it? So we can do 3, 4. No, this can go here. So 1, 2, 3, and then this guy moves for the 4th action. Okay. So we are fairly confident that next turn we can kill the creature. 3 items. Place them at the shop. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Okay. Wilbur and Chick at the shop. That's not true. We cannot kill the creature. Why did I think we were... Well, so 3 items. 1, 2, 3. There's precinct, graveyard, barn, all red. Barn, graveyard, precinct. Then we move the frenzied monster once, and he's not gonna attack. Now it is the explorer's turn. Yeah, I mean the explorer is gonna move there, get these 3 items. 1, 2, 3. We should have... And I think she's gonna move together with the archaeologist. So the archaeologist can trade, move to the creature and kill it, hopefully. Let's see. New monster card. We're running out of monster card. 2 items. Hypnotic Gaze for Dracula. And the creature moves once and attacks twice. Shop. And the church. Now watch the creature. Wanna bet that he rolls an exclamation mark? I bet my life. 2 hits. He didn't. So he's gonna kill Wilbur and Chick. We move the terror marker. But then this means that now it goes to the archaeologist. The archaeologist takes the red item from the explorer with a 1 trade action. 2nd, 3rd action, 4th action will be to spend a red, a yellow, and a blue, and defeat the creature. Bam! No more monster in this city. No more weird creatures devastating this town. So this is how you play Horrified. And this is I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked it. I really like this game. It's maybe an easier one, a sillier one, but I think it's fun. I think the next time we play, how many monster card do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not that many. Next time we play, we're gonna have a little bit of a harder time because the other monsters are... because we're gonna have 4 characters, and I am pretty bad with both the Wolfman and the Mummy. And Invisible Man, I don't play too often with him, to be honest. But I just want to remind you all that you can... Oh, it's on my face. You can like this video, subscribe to my channel, please. I really need subscribers. No. I don't need them, but it would be nice. It would be very much appreciated. It's a small gesture for you, and it will motivate me to keep doing this. And yeah, thank you very much for staying with me, and see you at the next Horrified or next board game that we're gonna play. I have a lot of board games, so if you have any suggestions of games that you wanna see, let me know. And yeah, see you soon. Thank you, and ciao ciao.